Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Best, historically speaking, here in the LCK, but there's a lot of pressure you're going to have. Like, basically, the composition here for Dplus doesn't have that much longevity if it falls behind. The Lucian is going to struggle out.
It's just really large.
Well, this is one way to force gold into the hands of the Lucian, is just completely four-man dive this. Syndra coming down too.
Yeah, Tidal Wave is going to connect onto Pace. Great crash down, gets both of them, and first blood goes to Lucid. There's another one as somehow Syndra.
A little bit less. Gen.G, who ends up in the interim taking this first dragon. It's just simply an ocean dragon, so not a
Maokai.
If this is Mountain Soul or Infernal Soul, you are feeling really good about it.
Oh, it's actually another Chemtech.
Rip. Never mind.
And all of those
in team fights, right? And now that it's Chemtech Soul again, you don't feel great about that because that's not one that Gen.G necessarily have to fight for with a 2 relevant Drake lead here. They can just simply sit back and let Jace become relevant. They can sit back and say, all right, well, we're going to put Udyr aside and push Kingen out. Kingen had to itemize into Merc Treads. It's not going to be very useful into in these upcoming fights. And again, Gen.G can just walk away from this next Drake fight if it doesn't look good for them.
And we're not entirely sure what happened, but whatever it was fixed, as that scout of the week was really well split. It's not really going to be that meaningful, as there's a Magnus Storm, but not a lot of follow-up here as Lucid a little bit disconnected. Not a lot of buttons available. He does manage to flash his way out, and now Kingen is making his way in. That's the flash forward. Canyon going to be the first one to go down. I have no idea how it worked, Lucid, but it did. Just in better places on the map. Yeah, they're just showing that these fundamentals that we know is just
burn him. And then it's a 5v4 fight, so the timing of Kingen's entry is so critical.
Well,
there's a scatter.
Yeah, it's going to connect onto Pace. Darksphere coming down there as well as Kane is moving forward. The Nature's Grasp did connect there onto Lucid, and they take him down. Oftentimes engaging onto the tank doesn't work. This time, though, there's no response.
If Kingen is on top of Pace, and that's another dragon going over to Gen.G, I think the sun is setting very quickly here for Dplus on this composition if they just can't.
To really mitigate any sort of ability to get that dive to work. And there's a culling. Pace actually taking a lot of damage here. I guess ask and you shall receive is how that one works. Great scatter is going to come down here as Lehens just pops like a balloon. The power is unleashed, and this time Showmaker finds his mark. Nicely done, and Dplus moved back from Pace. It's just starting to get to be too much. Has the window closed is the question. Let's see whether Lucid can let us know one way or the other. Can you find the Magnet Storm as Keen taking a fair bit of damage, but there's the Moonlight Vigil. Nature's Grasp comes through as well. Kingen back at full health, and that is going to be the first kill of the fight. And Dplus have found it. The Drake goes over, but Gen.G are lying on the floor. It's Pace and Lehens against the world now.
That was so close, that fight. It was on a knife.
Saw that one, Wolf. I think you're right.
And now they got Baron. That's a ton of money. First objective to get essentially for the whole game is but a lot of time on this Baron lost from that play. They'll still get the turret, but they could have gotten more.
And still, there are orbs being thrown around, rip-offs being thrown around as well, as that is global, remember, so that will go over to Dplus. Kind of meaningful, stealing away these buffs, denying that from Gen.G is Keen moving towards his bottom side. That is dangerous, though. He's ganked by aiming. Down to 50%. He's very tanky, but I don't think he's tanky enough. And there's, oh, the Moonlight Vigil will connect, but the Udyr is still dead. And that means that Dplus can continue this onslaught. Another 35 seconds on this.
It may look silly watching Lucid do this, but I think it's 100% worth. And now they're even going to push down this turret.
Yeah, should be able to break open the base in the first place this game. Gen.G just wanting to find that opportune angle as aiming. He thinks that he's found one, but the Moonlight Vigil, oh, it's going to be avoided. Pay's in trouble, but he is still kept alive, at least for the moment, as Keen is launched into the backline. Showmaker goes golden, but can he survive is the question. Gen.G, they're so low. Dplus, they also don't have the biggest of health bars. I mean, but no one's dead.
All ults down here. It's really hard to chase down these Gen.G members. Dplus have the health advantage here, but in the longer exchange here, Gen.G will get advantage. Chovy has teleport. He can come back to this fight.
Same thing for Showmaker. He's also immediately teleporting back in as Lucid aggressive onto Chovy here. The rest of the team, though, coming on in. You can see Keen. He has replenished that health bar, and now he's looking for Showmaker. Showmaker in a little bit of trouble here, and yeah, Kingen, oh dear, he just pops. The first one caught out of position, and Gen.G have been hunting this entire time for someone to put their foot out. It's Kingen that does so.
Aiming just can't hit people, but Chovy, he can hit people for days. He's got Shock Blast on such a low cooldown, he's going to constantly Q until Dplus get pushed away. They need a decisive engage. They need Lucid's ultimate. They need Showmaker to hit a big scatter, or this is just going to be Gen.G's game.
Or they can just kill the Nexus.
Ooh, tricky play here.
That's a move, as Lucid is going to be spotted by the sapling. Remember, he is Rel. He has Hex Flash. He can try and get over as Showmaker. Unleash power onto Keen. Good scatter onto Lahans as Lucid's got in there. But immediately he goes down. Aiming though, he's in the base. And they know that there is no one on that fountain. Pays is going to go back. It is an exposed Nexus, but Pays is going to be enough to stop Dplus from ending the game.
Yeah, with Elder, aiming is not long for this world. If he gets caught here, he actually avoids.
That was cute.
Yeah, he avoids Keen here. Now he's going to just have to hope for a back. See
oh my god,
he gets away with it.
Is he going to... Okay, he's looking for the kill onto Lahens. Pays, Moonlight Vigil does connect, and Lahens stays alive.
I mean, you could just see the moment when Chovy, and they got that first kill, and Chovy had control there on the Drake, where Dplus just basically surrendered. They were like, we push Nexus or we lose game. They didn't even put up a fight after that, and now
they had to make the call, yeah.
With Elder and Baron to make the Exodia with these respawns, if Gen.G don't end outright before they take Baron here, I feel like this game is all over. But the crying, as I love to say here at the LCK, I mean, they get one more chance on the Baron contest here. They defended the inhibitors, but it is going to be a long, long road to come back in this one, with aiming still not up for 15, and Gen.G's damage at 37 minutes.
So really nice decision-making here from Gen.G. And they are now going to break open the base in the mid lane as well. The first inhibitor of the game, sorry, second inhibitor of the game is going to go down. It looks like Dplus are running jungler. Nice work there from Showmaker, but still Gen.G, they are so scary. Aiming, trying to get damage onto Keen, but he is committed. He is committed to this play. As Keen will find him. And so now the thumbs up does come through. Oh no, it's a wall. It's a small wall. That is Udia's worst enemy, as Kingen is just going to keep walking. You need to use that to go over walls, Kingen.
They are running out of time.
One of them back available as he gets over another small wall.
They got to push on somebody. If Kingen just dies, that's the end. They're trying to push mid. Maybe they can rush this down.
GA. It might take a fair bit of time. As you can see, Pays, he's elected to try and go back because Dplus, they are now trying to move in and just win the game. Let's see whether they can do so here, as Lucid does have that Magnet Storm running. Showmaker finds himself the ultimate, but the turret is doing so much damage here. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Dplus. It's not going to work out. It was a cute little plan, but Gen.G, they just collapsed too quickly. Oh, Kingen. Okay. Oh, is this it? Is this the plan? Maybe they've forgotten about little old Aatrox?
I don't think that. I don't think he's getting in on it. No way.
Oh, he was spotted. He was spotted.
Canyon says no. Speeds up.
He walks relatively quickly, but there is a smite there. Let's see how far through this Nexus he can get, as he does get a knock-up. But Pays, he comes back and puts a chakram in the back of his head. And the rest of Gen.G are getting the work done. Chovy's not going to waste too much time. And do you know what this means? This is the beautiful thing. It means we get game 3, baby!
That's right.
Yeah, Gen.G, even it out, 1-1.
Yeah.